Well, I got my wood gas stove out and fired it up, and I am cooking some chicken. I just put it in just to prove to myself and anybody else who may question whether you can cook chicken on wood gas stove. You can. I'm doing it. I'll show you what the finished product looks like. This is how it's looking so far. Been about 10 or 12 minutes. Unflipped them once. I had to take the pan off and put another handful of wood in there, and that's what I'm using, just little chips of wood. You can use anything: sticks, leaves, pine needles, pine cones, camel dung. You know, everybody's got camel dung in their backyard. But anything that'll burn, any biomass can be used in the wood gas stove, which is why, I tell you, I'm having a hard time coming up with reasons why you would have a rocket stove over a wood gas stove. Now, the only drawback to a wood gas stove is you have to lift the pan off to add wood. But most of the time, you're done cooking before you need to add wood. So that's not always going to be a problem. The rocket stove gets fed, you know, from the hole in the front. You shove the wood in, and so you don't have to move the pan to feed it. But the rocket stove is heavier. You have to have, well, you don't have to, but to make one that's going to last like this one, you got to make it out of heavy steel. You have to weld and cut with power tools. And you know, this wood gas stove I could have made with nothing but hand tools. It would have been a lot harder and taken me a lot longer, but it's possible I could have done it. And the rocket stove that I build, there's just no way to build it with hand tools. You have to have a welder and cutting torch and all the other tools. Now, you can make a rocket stove. As a matter of fact, I still have the very first rocket stove I ever made out of a can, 2 coffee cans. I still have it, and it still works. But, you know, I did that with hand tools. Actually, I did use my Dremel, but you could use tin snips. It wouldn't be as party. So, anyway, I'm cooking chicken. I just wanted to tell you some thoughts. Somebody asked me a question, and it was a good question about which I thought was better, the rocket stove or the wood gas stove. And I got to say, I'm convinced that the wood gas stove is a better option. If you were only going to have one, this would be it. You can do anything with it that a rocket stove can do, and it's portable, takes fewer materials to build, takes a lower skill level to build. I just can't think of any reason why a rocket stove would be better. So I'll show you when the chicken's done. Well, I can't imagine this not being done. It's been cooking about 25 minutes, maybe 30. So, here we go. It looks good, it smells good. Now I'm just going to set this, just sit at the side here. It's actually not that hot. It's almost burned down. Alright, I'm fixing to eat some chicken. Bon appetit.